Hello, this is Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and I'm here with Deering's new Solana 6 banjo. The Solana 6, as you can probably tell, is a 6-string banjo. Sometimes these are known as guitar banjos, and the reason for that is that they're basically set up like a standard guitar. 6 strings, you can tune it like a guitar. Right now I'm in standard tuning. Similar feel, so if you know how to play guitar, you can play one of these. There's really no adaptation necessary. This one is special because it's strung with nylon strings. There have been nylon string 6-string banjos in the past, but they're pretty rare. So we were pretty excited to check out this new Deering version, which they came out with in their Goodtime series of instruments, which is their more affordable line of instruments. This has a street price of about $800. And it's a very well-made instrument. It's got a maple neck and fingerboard, a 12-inch pot, and a 3-ply maple rim. They have a unique bridge setup here with a piece of rosewood where the bridge is sitting on, which balances the sound out more, particularly with these nylon strings. It's got a beautiful wooden tailpiece and classical style slotted headstock and classical style tuners that face back. The instrument has a 26 1/4 inch scale length, so slightly longer than most guitars. If you're used to playing guitar, it might feel a little bit long to you at first. And it basically feels the way a classic guitar would feel, as you might guess with the nylon strings. It's got a full width, 2-inch nut width over here, and the neck feels maybe not quite as thick as a typical classic guitar, but definitely chunkier than most steel string guitars would. So as I mentioned in the intro, the instrument is tuned just like a guitar. So all your chords, this is my C chord, F chord, G chord. So you saw my intro, I was playing something in D. You could, of course, put the banjo into alternate tunings as well. And one of the nice things about the slightly longer scale is that even though nylon strings can be difficult to detune sometimes, the longer scale does help it become not too floppy, especially on the treble strings. So let's play it a little bit more. I couldn't help but try a little bit of classical guitar repertoire on this with the nylon strings. So here's a little bit of the famous Romance in E minor. So really quite fun to adapt those kinds of things and just hear them with a banjo sound. Another nice effect of the nylon strings is that it tends to have a little bit mellower sound than steel strings in general. And a lot of 6-string steel string banjos do tend to sound kind of brash, especially if you strum them with a pick or attack them a little bit harder. And the nylon strings kind of help tame that a little bit. And you still get the unique banjo quality of the note decay. I particularly like it playing single notes. You really get some nice banjo sounds there. And I could see all kinds of applications for this, whether you're using it as a solo instrument. I could see using it in a recording studio, especially with these single note kind of things. You could imitate a banjo, but I think really the strong suit would be to find sounds that are really unique to this kind of a 6-string guitar banjo setup with the nylon strings. Let's also listen to Peghead Nation Scott Nygaard play the instrument with a flat pick and strum it a little bit.
So I'm going to play a little bit with a flat pick on this 6-string nylon string banjo, which you might think is a little bit of an oddity, but actually I've played a few early 20th century 6-string nylon string banjos, or gut strings is what they were back then. And I actually think that the gut string and combined with the banjo is a nicer sound and kind of a fuller sound than the metal strings. It can make for a nice sort of ragtime or early jazz sound. You could use it with a band, still play your guitar stuff without having to relearn another instrument, and kind of give out a little different sound especially in an ensemble. Kinds of single note lines sound pretty fun. You can also just do sort of strummy stuff. So there's the Deering 6-string banjo played with a flat pick.
Just to add to the instrument's versatility, Deering includes a basic pickup in this instrument, and it's a piezo transducer that's mounted right under the bridge to the head of the instrument. It's passive, so you can see the pickup goes straight to a jack, and we're going to demonstrate how that sounds played through an AER Compact 60 amplifier. So that's Deering's Solana 6 nylon string guitar banjo. It's a really fun instrument. I encourage you to check them out. They should be available at Deering dealers everywhere. And if you've always wanted to play banjo but are basically a guitar player, this is maybe your instrument. Check it out.